Okay. I've been talking a lot for the past few days, but basically this footage I'm about to show you guys is the first time that I it's the first time that I was ever arrested. This footage is very intense, and for me, when I watch it, it takes me back to that time where it happened. Now, the date on the arrest is November 1st, 2014. As you can see on the receipt from McDonald's, it says 1/11/2014. That was the date on the receipt. I used the receipt to show the timestamp of the video to prove when it was. Now, my first Facebook page, musician band slash band page, which I still have. I don't use it anymore. I tried to change the name of the page, but Facebook wouldn't let me, so I made a new page, which was Hand in the Sky, which is much better. But at the time, the original page went on a different name called Genius, and then it was Swing Around the Sun, and then it was The Joyride. Um, they let me change the name at the time, but when I tried to change it to Hand in the Sky, they rejected it, so I made a new page. When I made that page, the first date of the day it was created, and the first post was November 1st, 2012. And then 2 years later, I was arrested the first time, November 1st, 2014. Same exact day. Holy shit. What a fucking coincidence. Stuff like that just blows me away, man. Anyways, so this this has nothing to do with my sex offender charges that were dropped. It has nothing to do with that. So I won't be talking about that in this video because it has nothing to do with this. Um, with the uttering threats charge, I remember after the filming was done, I said I haven't threatened anybody, and I don't remember what they said in rebuttal to that, but I just remember saying that I haven't threatened anybody. And they put me in the car, and I remember just thinking, holy shit, I'm being arrested. This is the first time. Holy fuck, man, this is actually happening. And I I just remember thinking, like, wow, this is the first time. Like, this is crazy. And you think about these things when they happen, and you think about your life and what you're going through and what's going on for you as it happens. And, I always thought, am I ever going to be arrested one day? Am I ever going to go to jail? Am I ever going to see what that's like? And, I wasn't happy, but I was kind of thinking, like, this might be cool. Maybe I'm going to see what it's like to be in prison. You know what I mean? But it was pretty brutal. It wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it was still pretty bad. And I remember the inmates, they wanted to know what I did. And I'm not going to tell anyone what I did. There was a lot of things that were in part of the whole spectrum of it. Like, there was a lot of different elements going on, a lot of different things. But when I explained everything to the inmates, they just laughed at me and were like, "Oh, they're just fucking with you, man." And they didn't care. Like, none of the inmates gave me a hard time for why I was there. They were just like, "Wow, you must have really uttered threats, man." One guy said that to me when I told him what I was in there for, because I was there for quite a while. No, it wasn't that long. I was there for about a month and a half, almost 2 months. I got in November 1st, 2014, and I got out around December 22nd, around that time, December 19th, 18th, somewhere around the end of December, near the end of the year, just before New Year's. So I got to celebrate New Year's out of jail. And I remember getting. See, a guy talked to me about this, and he told me the worst part about jail is when you're getting out, and I agree with him, because when you get out of prison, they put you in this booth with a TV in the front of the prison where all the guards are on the computers and doing whatever and stuff, and they're in their offices and they're working or whatever. They put you in this booth with a TV, and you wait for your ride, the people that are going to pick you up, and you wait for like 2 to 4 hours, and you just sit there and you're just waiting to get out. And I remember that at that time, I agree with him. I was waiting like, holy fuck, this is taking forever. that's probably the craziest part about being in jail is when you're getting out. Probably the worst part because it's just so like you're waiting like, oh my god, I'm getting out, and you have to wait for such a long time till they actually release you. And I remember being released from prison was very liberating, and I remember the feeling of getting out because when you're in jail, it hardens you and it like screws you up kind of, and it just changes you completely. And because when you're in there, you feel like you're in another dimension. You feel like you're in this like outer world from reality, kind of. And once you get out, you it's like you start shaking almost because you're being exposed to the outer like dimensions of the world. Like not a dimension, but once you get out of jail, it's like whoa, this is intense. Like I'm back in the back in the out. You know what I mean? Back in the civilization of humanity. And I was only there for a month and a half, and it did that to me. So imagine someone that's there for like a long time. You know what I mean? I can only imagine how hard it must be for them. Those people that are there for many years. You know, they go there because of what they did, and I understand that they're there for a reason. But I can only feel for the people who maybe are innocent or guilty or whatever they are. There are people who go to jail and really are innocent, which is true. But what I'm saying is, for the people who are guilty, they're there for a reason and they should be there. You know what I mean? It depends on everyone's situation, but for those who are there because they should be there, I don't feel bad for them, but you know what I mean? I can understand that it really changes you being in jail for a long time. It didn't, I feel like I did change when I got out of prison, but that's the story. I've been arrested many, I'm going to try to end this soon because it's going on for a long time. Uh, but I've been arrested many times for many different things. Most of the time it was trivial. They put me in the psychiatric ward many times. I drew a lot of cartoons in the psychiatric ward. The last time I was in the ward, I didn't draw anything, and I just chilled, you know, and they let me out in about a week. So that was cool, but I just wanted to tell the story about my experience in prison and how this video can maybe inspire people to obey the law and not do anything stupid because because being arrested isn't fun. So enjoy the clip. I'm gonna play it now. Enjoy the clip and stay safe. Cheers.
So yeah, we just obviously, we went to right by your place to, we have to give you this Trespass Act notice that Dunsmuir School would like us to give to you regarding, I guess you going there yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, where are you now? Are you at home right now?
Yeah, I am at home.
Okay. How long are you going to be there for?
I'm gonna be here for the rest of the night. Why?
Okay, well I can swing by pretty soon and drop that off to you.
You're the constable? You're gonna come here?
Yeah.
That's awesome, okay.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, that does.
Okay.
I don't think you were the principal when I went there.
No, I'm the policeman.
Oh, so you're the constable for the police. You're not with the school.
No. I'm a
Okay.
police officer.
Yeah. Come by any time.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you think I was the principal?
That's what I thought for a moment, yes.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, yeah, that's why it seemed unusual. I'm like, why would the principal come to my house?
Notices for them.
Yeah, it seemed unusual. Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay. Okay, man, we should be there, who knows, within the hour or so.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, bye.
We'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
Right now, you're under arrest for uttering threats, okay? What do you mean threats?
How do you mean threats? Just put your hands behind your back.